Welcome to No Town Nerds number 4. Today's December 19th, 2013. I'm Matt Hackney.
I'm Eric.
I'm Nick.
My name is Ben.
All right. I'm already off to a bad start here. So the Ant-Man movie, there's a big...
They're doing Paul Rudd,
Yeah,
right?
Paul Rudd's going to be Ant-Man. Yeah.
I'm not super huge. I mean, Paul Rudd's funny. I don't know. I don't know. Something about it doesn't strike me as him being like an action-y hero. And I know Ant-Man himself is actually like not super like considered like a super like, car explosion, like, big explosion type of guy. But I know he's a scientist, and that's like part of the draw. But I really wanted it to be Simon Pegg, but I want Simon Pegg and everything. So that's kind of like my own biased viewpoint on it.
Do you guys gonna be too much like the Ryan Reynolds being the Green Lantern kind of thing, where it's like I don't see he's a superhero at all, so this is not gonna be.
No, dude, I see Ryan Reynolds superhero. He's like the fit guy, and he's.
Well, I see it too, but a lot of people are criticizing that just because he's too comical and slapstick. So
he's playing the wrong. I think he was playing the wrong hero at the time. I think he's better suited as. Not Deadpool, but he's better suited as a someone else.
I thought that Ryan Reynolds would have been the great as the Flash. That's what I thought. I thought his
I could see that
quirky personality, whatever. I thought that would have been great as the Flash. But
right, because Green Lantern, the Hal Jordan version, he's like a fighter pilot. Fighter pilots, I don't know, mini fighter pilots. I assume, think comic books, that they're like kind of like super like intense, not super intense, but like they're always like on the ball.
Well, yeah, they have to be.
Yeah, because you have to know your shit. And I see Ryan Reynolds as more like a comical, like sort of like the speedster, like sort of like like funny zing, and then run
I can
away.
See that,
Instead of being like really kind of like,
Did you see the Comic-Con footage of the test footage for Ant-Man?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, where he's supposed to change.
He's like running down the hallway. Yeah.
So I'm not familiar with
this.
Is it like super cheesy? Like, is it going to be as bad as Spider-Man 3's Sandman?
No, it's not that bad. No. The whole thing with Ant-Man is he is a scientist that makes a helmet. He can talk to ants.
Oh, he doesn't turn into an ant.
No,
he can change himself
as small as an ant. He grows sizes. He can go up and down. So they call him like Ant-Man because he can control ants with his helmet, but he can also like get smaller.
So
so he's the Aquaman of ants only.
So Hank Pym is a scientist, and he discovers particles, and he calls them Pym particles, and the Pym particles can let him change his size, and then he also develops a helmet that allows him to control ants. So. It's hilarious.
With these powers combined, he can talk to ants
with the Paul Rudd,
understood.
Yeah, with the Paul Rudd story now, they're I think talking about what's his name,
it's not
the thief.
Pym, it's the
the thief that steals it.
Scott or something or
I wrote it down. That's why I took notes. Yeah. No, so they're thinking it's going to be that edge of it. So which makes it perfect for Paul Rudd to play it because it has a little room for comedy and things like that because it is it's a thief that finds it or that steals it or whatever that he may not they may play it as he doesn't know what he has right away and then it's the comedy that ensues from him figuring out and then suddenly like wanting to become a hero.
Yes, but I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic. Like
me too. I mean, I like
every Marvel movie's been like
it's Edgar Wright directing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good then.
Yeah. I think is it not Cornish that's writing in it? Is it?
What?
The Cornish? What's his name?
Trilogy?
No. The dude. What's his name? He did Attack the Block, right? What's Mike Cornish, I believe.
So it's not Edgar Wright.
Oh no,
he's directing
it. But
Edgar Wright's directing.
The writer is the guy who did Attack of the Block.
I think so.
That's
good.
Good.
They're in cahoots. I mean, they're like British guys. They know each other. They'll know each other.
I forgot who's directed.
But I mean, even if they don't, I mean, still, I have enough faith in Marvel that like they'd never give me that I've completely hated. I mean, Iron Man 2 was man.
No, I didn't mean to like knock Paul Rudd as Ant-Man by any means. I was just asking if you thought he would have the same reaction because I think he's pretty versatile. I think people kind of like. No, I think he's an underrated person.
I mean, dude, come on! I've had the same thing about like when I was like Heath Ledger, Joker, come on. But then you see, and you're like, Jesus fuck, like this is awesome. Yeah. So, and then like, I mean, all the stuff like the same thing with like
Joe Cornish.
Joe Cornish.
Yeah, so it's Edgar Wright and Joe Cornish are writing it.
Bam.
Yeah.
Like
but I mean,
Holy Trinity.
But I mean, Marvel, current Marvel movies under the Marvel umbrella, Disney umbrella, are like really like they've never like given me any like. I mean, the movie's been okay. Like, The Incredible Hulk was okay.
Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2 is okay. It was flashy. There's explosions.
Yeah.
Was that even under Disney control back then, though?
Oh yeah,
I think so.
Ever since Iron Man 1 on all the Marvel movies you've seen, besides like X-Men and Spider-Man, have all been Marvel. Yeah.
Disney.
Yeah.
They let them do whatever they want.
Disney bought Marvel.
Well, I understand.
Years ago.
I know
Yeah,
that. I just didn't know the timeline. They don't run together.
Was it 05? Later than that?
Maybe later than that. Well, no, because
I feel like it was probably in the middle of that trilogy.
Because we weren't. No, it's from the beginning, dude. They didn't do this from the beginning. Yeah. So
I want to say they took over. Was after the Hulk, so it was the
Ang Lee one or the
Ang Lee one. It was after that
okay.
one. Yeah, it was after that. Yeah.
Because they're still like the meluge of like Ghost Rider and Daredevil, and like none of these movies made sense. And then all of a sudden, when Iron Man came out, then like from there, like it shocked them, and like all these movies are going to be at least decent, you know. Because even if I'm like sitting around like watching FX like one weekend and be like,
2009.
So it's Iron Man 2. It's like, yeah, this part's pretty cool, and like I'll watch Iron Man 2 for a little bit. So
what's 2009?
That's when Disney bought Marvel.
It's 4 years ago.
Yeah.
When was Iron Man 1?
Was it only 4 years ago?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right at all.
Iron Man was 08.
No. So then it had to be before then, though, because it had to be before, like, it had to be like at least 06, I imagine.
The first thing that popped up was an article dated. Let's see.
This makes
August 31st, 2009.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Ant-Man will be good.
So it doesn't matter the dates. It's all skeptical. No, the
August 31st, 2009.
Really?
They bought it for $4 billion.
Yeah, I know that.
That's
It
it?
was like crazy amount.
Yeah, that's it. They got it to steal.
Yeah. No, but seriously, Ant-Man. No.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be great, and it's going to be because Hank Pym develops Ultron, and it's going to be a great like precursor to the Avengers movie. But I think it's actually coming out in the same year, so I don't even know.
When does Avengers 2 come out?
15,
15,
16, right?
Yeah.
Summer.
Ant-Man's the same universe?
And this is
Ant-Man's gonna come out
sorry?
like
Ant-Man's the same
a
universe?
couple months
Yes.
before. He's an Avenger.
yeah, he's like one of the founding Avengers.
He's one of the
Yeah,
first Avengers. Yeah.
yeah.
So.
I have no business being on this podcast, dude.
No, yeah, no.
It's okay. No, it's good.
It becomes painfully clear every time you open your mouth.
Understood.
But it's okay, man. We still like you, so that's all right.
Yeah, so it's going to come out until July 2015. So,
Wait, Ant-Man is or
Ant-Man. And I know it's coming out. Avengers 2 is coming out in 2015, right? Yeah.
So it's Jurassic Park.
So when's Ant-Man?
Jurassic World.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yes.
I'm stoked for that.
I mean, they're gonna do like because wasn't the time when it
Midnight,
was like,
dude.
It was
I'm
Thor
dressing
2.
up.
No, not Thor 2. It was like Thor and Captain America.
It was Ant-Man.
You could easily go see them like the same day, like in the same theater.
You get like $2,000 giant.
What was it? Captain America was like May,
Just
and then
chase people.
Thor was November or something like that.
Dude, if I won the lottery, I'd just be the biggest kid ever.
Whatever.
Just do shit like
Oh,
that.
yeah. That's why they invented the lottery.
Yeah, that's why they did a lot.
All right. Yeah. So Godzilla. So you guys seen the trailer for that?
Many times.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
How many
about
times you that one then?
I think I watched it like 5 times that first day
Yeah.
it came out, and I freaked out. It was pretty awesome.
And the score they used for it was really cool. The Kubrick 2001 score.
No, it's
Fucking awesome.
everything about it like so far looks pretty awesome,
Yeah.
including the cast. Like I mean, like Bryan Cranston's in it. That's pretty cool. And Godzilla's in it, which is even cooler.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Playing himself.
right on playing himself, introducing Godzilla for one time.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know that I'm. You know, I watched other Godzilla movies. You know, as a kid.
Right.
You know, seeing them on reruns or whatever. But like, even it wasn't even Godzilla 2000. It was like the Matthew Broderick. It was like 99 or
bad,
98
yeah.
or something.
That one's wrong.
Yeah.
That was the ugliest Godzilla ever. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, he looked like a T-Rex. It was like a T-Rex.
He looked like a
messed up head.
stupid T-Rex.
Yeah, with like longer, like slightly longer arms.
Well, the head was like it's like a fucking square.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, like it went out, jutted out kind of far, but like no, because like I'm like a Godzilla like huge fan. So like when I saw it, like as a kid, like I was like it was coming out, I'm like this is gonna be great. It's like they blew up the White House. Now this is gonna happen, and then like that was really bad. It was really bad.
I was when I was on one of those ride-alongs recently. We were sitting at the post for like 2 hours. We ended up watching like part of the last like half hour of that Godzilla. We're like in the taxi being chased around. It's like
and he's
I
like
forgot
stomping
how
on.
terrible this is.
It's
Yeah.
really and like the CG doesn't age well
So-
at all. It looks like
Yes,
he just
yeah.
looks like a giant blob.
I know,
that's,
yeah,
like,
but
attacking
yeah,
him.
but still,
It's
Jurassic Park is still like it's good.
But no, but Jurassic Park does last though. Like,
That's what I mean, it's
CGI,
weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, and that was made like how many years before? that?
93, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go back and watch Godzilla again now, you'll notice that there's like over half of the Simpsons cast
Oh yeah.
is in that movie.
Hank is there, isn't he? He's like the photographer or whatever.
Yeah. So he's the camera guy that runs around with her. But then like, what's her Nancy Cartwright is like a receptionist in,
Really?
in the news station, and I'm totally drawing a blank on
Is this
his
in the
name.
Matthew Broderick version?
Yeah,
No, Don. No.
I think he's in it. Yeah, he plays. Well, no, it's
Someone.
the guy that does the voice of Mr. Burns. I'm totally drawing a blank on his name. Harry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so he's in that too. He plays one of the anchors or whatever.
If only there's a database online, we could check these things. Yeah, we could
So the
fact check.
director is the guy who did Monsters. That's cool.
Yeah, that's also
Right,
made the
that
draw
works.
too.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that he directed Monsters a couple years
On
ago.
like
Came out.
no budget.
Yeah,
and it was good.
and it was really really good. Yeah, slightly boring, slow burn, but it was
Wow.
pretty cool though. But he still did a lot of neat things, and that's the thing. Like
It's pretty good when you don't have a script.
right when I first Garth, what is that?
Gareth Edwards.
Gareth. If there's a but I mean like I remember watching the trailer like when they first like announced this crazy monster movie because like I've always been a huge fan of like giant monster movies.
Yeah.
I don't care how good it is, it's just a giant monster movie, bunch of shit. And then so like this one's called Monsters and it's about
Monster.
monsters that take over. Well, they land like in Mexico and like they take over Mexico and like it's like a big thing. And so like I watched like one like sneak clip and then like a trailer type thing and it was really awesome and like he does like a really good job and it's like this guy gets monster movies because like it's not just some like dumb explosion in your face like every minute, it's like nuanced. As like you see like they're walking all of a sudden like, oh, we're in a giant footprint and like that's pretty messed up and like so like later on when you actually do finally, well, you don't actually finally see them, but when the main characters actually encounter the actual monsters themselves, the giant monsters, it's pretty neat and it's kind of cool and like
You wait till the end to show it, kind of like a Cloverleaf kind of a thing. Like wait till the end to show
sort
it.
of, yeah. But they also
Yeah.
do a. You see them like sporadically throughout the movie, or like traces of them. Like there's like jet planes like in rivers and stuff that are all messed up, and like tankers that are like torn apart and stuff. It was pretty neat. And then so like because he was the first guy tacked on the whole project, was the director for Monsters, and so already seeing Monsters, been like, oh yeah, that's really awesome. Like this guy's really cool. He knows what he's doing.
It sounds familiar. I can't think of the trailer though.
That's on Netflix. I'm pretty sure I made you watch it one time. I was like, oh, excited, and it was like, so.
You watched it?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Or I probably made you watch it. Whatever, doesn't matter. But so yeah, so then like since he was like the first guy tacked on the project, it's like, well, this is going to have like a little bit of class. Like this is going to be kind of cool. It's not going to be Ron Emmerich again. And then
And
like,
there's nothing wrong with Roland Emmerich.
Oh, it's fucking internet.
we'll talk about that later. But no, so then then like they added the cast. Like they added one of the Olsen girls, the one that can act, and then they added Breaking Bad.
Wait, which one is that?
And then yeah, so it's gonna be pretty cool. I think it's gonna be pretty neat. Like, and I saw the trailer. The trailer like sort of like.
And Kick-Ass is on it.
Is he really?
I just looked it up, yeah.
Oh, okay, whatever. What's it, Quicksilver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the American Horror Story Quicksilver.
Right, the other one.
Hmm.
The one for the yeah.
I'm looking at screens of this movie and I don't recall this at all.
Oh,
What,
Monsters?
Yeah.
Isn't that one with Charlize Theron?
No.
No, that's Monster.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's all we
I
did
think you
there.
showed me the
This makes so
trailer
much
this
more
one
sense now.
time.
That's what, yeah, I think that's what I told you.
watched
Like,
it.
I feel like I told you. I showed you the trailer, and you're like, meh. And I was like, I know, but no. So yeah, as I do about movies. No
That
cares.
sounds like me. Meh. Classic.
As I do, like when I show people things I'm excited about, everyone's like,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever, nerd. So, but yeah, and this whole trailer looks really, really cool. Like the very end scene when they totally ended like in the best way, where like it's like you kind of see like silhouetted smoke
It's just
figure
a-
of it, and
it's-
then like then you hear that and him and his noise.
It's just
you
a
know,
teaser, but it's like shot like it's pretty looking.
Yeah.
You know,
it's shot well. Yeah.
It's yeah,
It's a great teaser.
yeah. I mean, it's like not like one of those movies where it's like, oh, HD, it looks fake. It's like
We're
it
talking
looks
about
really
Godzilla
good.
now,
The
right?
Hobbs still Godzilla.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's talking about Godzilla. Yeah.
We're talking about monsters for a minute there. I just want to make sure.
I'm going back to Godzilla. I thought we were going back around.
Okay.
And a good teaser was also the Planet of the Apes movie.
There's
Mhm.
another
New
one?
The
yeah.
Rise of
It's
not
Rise.
Dawn of the planet
Dawn.
of the
Dawn.
apes, of the
Yeah.
humans, of the post-apocalypse.
Was the previous one the one that had Malfoy in
Franco.
it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, that's the name you pulled from the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
All I remember for the movie.
Good job.
No, there's that picture
Yeah.
online that was
Yeah.
like, you know, him
Okay.
taunting the
Playing the same
monkey.
character.
Yeah.
He's like taunting the monkey and it bites him with a stupid monkey. My father will hear about this. That kind of slayed me after that. I was like, I
Yeah.
gotta see this movie.
But yeah, the Apes trailer had like 40 seconds, just one shot.
Mhm.
That's pretty
Was
awesome.
like zooming on the monkey
Yeah.
or ape rather.
Yeah.
Ape.
All monkeys, yeah.
Caesar.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about the disease that, like, until they mentioned it. That, like, yeah, because it's the thing that makes them smart. Also made
Oh yeah, the
a version of it or whatever made the one scientist sick, and then he started to spread it from. He was patient zero.
Makes it stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also watched.
What, humans turn to monkeys, monkeys turn smart?
Well, no. So a version of it, right? Is a version made the monkey
Yeah.
smart, and then another one made people sick.
Yeah,
That
so
it
it
so
made
started
drugs,
to kill humans or whatever. Yeah. So in the original series, there was a disease that it killed cats and dogs or like household pets, and that's why we started developing apes. So in this timeline or whatever, that it's the genetic engineering or something,
Gotcha.
something along those lines. Yeah. So, but yeah,
And Commissioner Gordon's in it.
yeah, and it looks a lot like the TV show. It's like 1970 TV show. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, not
Well,
exactly.
well,
but-
not exactly because it's not the same timeline.
Right,
but I
yeah.
just meant that it's like, societies and
Yeah,
ruins or
it's
whatever
like
that they're
tradition, yeah.
super primitive. But I guess now that I'm thinking about it, the TV show is like almost like the fourth movie in that original series, so that it's
Okay, wait. So there's Planet of the Apes, Escape from Planet of the Apes. I'm just naming off movies. I'm not listening in order.
Escape from New York.
And then there's
If only there was
Beyond
like
the Planet,
database
it's like Battle
online
for the-
about movies.
Battle Under.
so you have.
Attack of the
I'm
Clones.
just gonna look this up
If only
because
the
this is gonna
database
kill
was
this.
online. This is-
Yeah, so there's like Escape from the Planet of the Apes,
Right.
Keep a
Conquest
tally
of
of
the
how many
Planet of the
times
Apes.
that joke is
Planet of
made.
the Apes, right? I think
Started
that
up
was
to 3.
my dad was really into him. And like my dad's not a huge sci-fi guy,
Drinking
but like he was like super into Planet of the Apes. Yeah, I don't know why, but he was like really into it. Maybe he's Charles ago.
Okay, so we've got Planet of the Apes,
Right.
and then
So this is like the second reboot of the whole series. So it was the third time around.
It's
It's
okay.
ignoring the one from their mid 2000s or whatever that was.
No, it's a sequel to it. Oh, you
Oh, the Tim Burton
The
one.
Mark Wahlberg
everyone
one.
knows
I
that
totally
one.
forgot about
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Wow, dude. Way to go,
So we're
man.
just like, skipping
Malfoy.
right over that and just
the fact that I just totally forgot about that shit.
it's like Ang Lee's Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I just
so,
think about that one that was like Michael Jackson really hard, and it's like, wow, that's really crazy.
okay, so you have Planet of the
Yeah,
Apes,
it did.
Right.
and then there was Beneath the Planet
That
of the
was
Apes.
the Zipper Next, whatever they had.
So it was 68 was the first one, and then you have Planet of the Apes in 70, and then Escape from Planet of the Apes in 71, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes in 72, and Battle for the Planet of the Apes in 73.
So I essentially had them all right. I just had them in the wrong order.
Yeah.
It was like
And
Battle
then,
Conquest.
and then there was
Yeah.
an animated series that was Return to the Planet of the Apes,
Yeah, I got that one.
and then there was the 2001 Tim Burton Planet of the Apes,
Marky Mark.
and then and then 2011's Rise of the Planet of the Apes
Mhm.
With Malfoy.
with Malfoy. Yeah,
And then the Ape Strike Back.
There
the
we go
sequel.
about this.
the Apes Strike Back.
I saw, speaking of trailers, if we're on trailers, kick now. Are we on trailers? Trailer talk?
Sure. Why the guy? I think it's one more new thing. Sorry, which actually this kind of falls under trailers. So I don't know if you want to go.
No, yeah, go
Or
for it.
teasers.
It's called Battle of the Damned. All right, so watch this trailer because it was the caption for it was robots versus zombies.
I think someone saw
Right.
that.
That's gonna be awesome, right? And then it's also starring Dolph Lundgren.
What?
Yeah. But it's not called Robots versus Zombies, which I thought was going to be a much better title, especially since it's already going to be like direct to Netflix
Redbox.
or whatever. Yeah,
Redbox.
yeah,
direct to Redbox.
yeah. So it's
Let's just pause right now and play that trailer.
If only we could. If only we had technology to play that trailer.
Is that the thing we can't do?
I just actually
we can't do, but I've been told that it slows down the pace of the podcast or the show,
point.
so we'll keep going.
Yeah.
You can watch it later on
so
your
we'll
own
just
time.
speculate right now and talk about it. So.
But okay, so it's like a zombie infested
No,
world.
I
that there's
can gather from the.
well, no, so
yeah.
there's like a
I
quarantine
want to
zone
hear
where.
this. I want to hear this.
It could be anything.
Proceed.
Why don't you go over in the corner and watch the trailer? When you come back, then we can.
You'll
discuss
just
it.
hear me
Okay.
cussing and
And grab
being
more
excited. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
beer you a beer in a minute. I'm
Alright.
gonna beer myself a beer in a minute.
Okay, so there's a quarantine zone, and Dolph Lundgren is a soldier, and he's hired or whatever. Like he's given the task of going in and saving some scientist's daughter from the quarantine zone. And when he goes in, they think it's supposed to be clear that there's nothing alive. And he starts to find all the zombies, and so he's killing everyone. Finds the daughter, tries to save her. There's a group of humans that are surviving, and then they're about to get taken over. And then the robots show up, and so Dolph Lundgren asks one of the kids in there, and he's like, "Robots? Like, no, they're soldiers." And then it goes into some whatever stupid montage of the dumbass robots. But it's like right on the edge of like,
See.
yeah, it's right on the edge of being like that B movie, like Cold Gold, and just another like shitty Dolph Lundgren movie.
It's walking a fine line.
Yeah, yeah.
What you said, like Dolph Lundgren movie and shitty movie. Kind of like,
Yeah.
You're on the edge knife there.
Yeah, because I mean they made another Universal Soldiers movie,
Oh yeah, they have they're on like 4 now.
but no, but they brought him back for
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
him
I mean,
and
it's like Starship Troopers 3 where they brought back Casper Van Dien, thinking
What's
that
this movie called
they-
again?
Battle of the Damned
and then who's the guy that's in that movie too? Have you seen it yet? Scott Adkins? Is that his name?
from what
The Universal Soldier? I'm sorry. This is gonna go like in a weird like my
the Universal Soldier
my
movie?
love for,
No,
like action movie like.
no, I've only ever seen the first one. I watched
Okay,
it when I was a kid, and
right,
that was
right,
it.
right. Okay, sorry. This is a topic for another conversation. Yes.
I'm just gonna go ahead and watch it right
Okay.
now.
We'll talk about the trailers. I saw the trailer for Interstellar. Christopher
Oh, yeah.
Nolan's new movie.
yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
It was really pretty.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I don't really know what it's
That's
supposed to be
all I
about.
All I know is it says 1 year from now. That's about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be. What's his
I'll
name?
check back in then.
Yeah. Thanks, Christopher Nolan. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, what's his name? The main guy. What's his, not
It's
Bradley.
based on someone.
Not Bradley Cooper, but no, I mean the actual guy is playing the actor is playing.
Oh.
The dude from Days
Matthew
Confused.
McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he's gonna be in it. I don't know. I have no idea what he's doing. If he's an astronaut, or if he's just a guy that likes talking about space. But they have a really cool. The trailer actually looks really neat. It's there's maybe 30 seconds of actual footage in the movie. I can gather, maybe not.
Maybe
Who knows?
less.
Maybe the
It's
southern
stock
cut out.
footage.
And maybe the southern cut out. Well, no,
Man,
there's
there's-
stock footage. The rest of the trailer is a lot of old footage of NASA and
Right.
people on the moon and stuff, the fake people on the moon, and so I think it's kind of neat, and it's actually a really cool trailer because as opposed to Batman, and the whole dialogue or narration of the trailer is, it's why are we stopping the moon? Let's go further. Let's do these awesome things. I'm having a moment, Ben's cracking up, but this is a really, really neat, as opposed to Batman movies, which are just
Right.
super dark and intense, everything sucks and Batman's gonna die. It's
Are we going through a space phase now?
Yeah,
I
I
hope we
think
do.
so. I think it's everything kicked off with Gravity, and now it's taken off
Gravity,
because you've
you're gonna
got.
have that, Guardians of the Galaxy, Interstellar,
Mhm.
Jupiter Ascending.
There's another one on Mars, and the Jupiter Ascending isn't even really about.
Volcano. and
Well, I guess it's more like
Yeah.
John Carter of Mars than Jupiter Ascending, whatever. But there's
Also,
an
remember-
Escape from Mars or something like that, or
Really?
there's a no. What the heck was it
Riddick.
called?
They actually do it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I want to see it.
Yeah, I want to.
No.
Yeah.
But there's a new it's they're on
The new
Mars,
thing.
and then there's a zombie or something like that, or
Is it
some
coming out
monster. Yeah.
Are they ghosts? Are there ghosts on Mars? I
Are-
feel like that's been done before.
No, they're ghosts on Mars. They aren't
Yeah.
the ghosts of
In
Mars.
Mars.
Is Ice Cube in it?
Can I
Yeah.
watch this late night on TNT? Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah. That's
yeah.
right.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's
so
been-
Battle of the Dam.
It's the Ben's
it's yeah, it's pretty good. It looks, what you think. It's
At
just
any point where there are tornadoes.
no, it's okay. Oh, shit's fucked up. They're sick. It's zombies, and all of a sudden, what are those? Robots. It's
No,
okay, and they
they're
actually
so
talk.
much-
They're they're cool to talk to each other. They even did the back to back, they're both shooting and spitting at the same time.
It's one of the best movies.
Oh, I'm all
One of
in.
the best scenes of movies of all time. If you get
It's
back
gonna-
to
Yeah,
it.
any movie does it. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
I'm
gonna
all
be
in.
it's gonna be so terrible. It's just gonna be.
Well,
so
yeah,
terrible.
but
Who cares?
it's like a step above a
That's what I look
Sci-Fi
for.
Channel movie. It's
No,
yeah.
did you ever watch
not
the
much
Mutant
further.
What's that?
The Mutant Chronicles?
The Mutant Chronicles? No.
It was Thomas James, I believe. Oh man, I love Thomas James. But yeah, it was pretty rough. It was pretty rough.
I think it's it. I think that's all I got for no. Also, which I don't know. I'll hopefully be able to upload this tonight, so it'll be so relevant. But Angry Birds Star Wars 2 is free on iOS this week.
What am I doing here?
Finally.
Really, it's Angry Birds Star Wars 2. And it's,
Nope, take it back.
This is mine. Don't worry.
Zoom in the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll grab it. Don't worry about it.
You don't put this in the fridge?
Yeah, I probably should have. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was really loud.
And this is the pause for refreshments. Oh, thank you. You gonna grab the bottle opener while you're over there?
Is that Twister?
So I don't know if we should mention where we are. That we're in Eric's kitchen
No.
dining room.
Well, you did now, so thanks.
It's too
We're in
late.
space.
Mhm.
It's part of the phase.
I like this idea better.
My secret lair.
Where we're your Fortress of Solitude, Fortress of Solitude.
We moved out of the basement. Here we are, the kitchen.
Yeah. So we took this.
Howard's mom yelling in the background.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah, we took the show on the road.
Yep.
So
Get it going.
I don't know.
There's no green screen in the back we're not using. We're capitalizing on.
So what would you want to see on the green screen?
Whatever, dude.
The moon.
Windows 95 screensavers.
Snow-covered pyramids.
Alright.
Really, like any,
The maze.
The baby dancing in the background. Whatever you want to do. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Don't show.
If you provide the elements and we can drop them in, we can do whatever you
Oh,
want.
dude.
Different
yeah.
podcasts playing in the background.
I was born for that.
Last
dog.
week's podcast is just be like a weird, yeah. So are you done?
Yeah, so I think that's it for news.
Okay. Moving
So,
on.
yeah.
Time for history.
Well, actually, no, I lied. That's not it for news. There's more.
What's new? What's new?
Better Call Saul is coming to Netflix.
Yeah.
A little Breaking Bad spinoff.
Right.
Did you guys watch Breaking Bad?
It's too bad he dies in the last episode.
Bob Odenkirk's character, yeah.
You never seen that episode?
I'm on season 2 somewhere. It was right around when I stopped working overnight, so I stopped watching like all shows.
Yeah, it's one of the best shows I've seen.
Yeah.
No.
If not ever.
No, I loved it. It's one of those things I just haven't got back to. Like I remember I saw last spoiler alert when season 2 when Tuco gets killed, and he has the paperweight with his grill.
Yeah.
I'm like 2 episodes past that, maybe.
I can't believe that's like you're only on. As you say, spoiler alert, like no one's ever seen Breaking Bad. Like I think
Spoiler alert, he has a guy's teeth as a paperweight.
Like,
Not like the other part of that, like the other...
joke.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sorry. But no, that's going to be kind of funny. I really like Bob Odenkirk. I was actually talking to one of the kids I work with, and he was like, we were talking about the show, actually. We were talking about Better Call Saul. And he was like, yeah, he's something about Bob Odenkirk. And he's like, oh, he's the guy, he's Saul. He's the guy from Breaking Bad. And I'm like, whenever I think of Bob Odenkirk, I think it's a show. Because I think like way long time ago, and it's like, and to him, he's like, well, I don't even know what that is. And I was trying to explain to him, like, it's like, you're a cool kid. Like, this is actually really, it's like him, and like,
David Cross.
David Cross is in it, and like Brian Posehn, Jack Black's in it, Sarah Silverman. It's like all like they're like sort of first roles of being breaking out, like which is a weird
It's like all the people that were on that what's that fucking show? Larry Sanders Show. A lot of the same people,
right?
Same era.
Yeah, but it's like a lot of those like underground comedians back then. They're still kind of like underground, except for like Sarah Silverman and Jack Black. But I mean, and it's pretty cool because like the show is like so ahead of its time. It's not even like funny. I mean, that show is so good. They're like breaking the fourth wall like nonstop all the time. And I mean, you've obviously seen the show. I mean
marathons at the old place. Yeah.
And you've seen before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But it's, I mean, I'm like, so I want to give this kid a DVD and be like, hey man, just like watch this. It's gonna make you smarter and funnier. Like talk to you about things now. So,
so what do you think is the plot of Better Call Saul? Like, how's that going to go? Is it going to be his backstory? Is it going to be
before Breaking Bad?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. I'm pretty sure I'll see like Pinkman walking around the background, and be like, and we'll be on the internet for a while.
It's just going to be it's passing him at 7-Eleven, like
right.
unaware.
He's like, "Get away from me, kid," and like he's asking for change, whatever. But I mean,
I read that the actors wanted to do some cameos in it.
Right, which is cool because I mean, like
you could do anything that you want at that point because most of them never met, and you would never. They'd be they could bump into each other at the grocery store or something like that, and they wouldn't know anything.
My problem with prequel shows and prequel movies is like at the end the show and then the movie, that they kind of get out of whatever sticky situation they're in. It's not like there's no sense of like urgency because like Breaking Bad, like every episode, it's like who's gonna die this week? Maybe it's gonna be that guy, maybe that guy, probably that kid,
right? Because you already know like the
right. So it's already like a predetermined like ending, like like oh, no matter what trouble happens, he's gonna like
but the whole excitement is how do they get out of it? I mean, you got to kind of change your frame of thinking.
I get that, but at the same time too, it's
I see what you mean. That's a valid point.
It's like watching like an action movie, being like, well, Jason Statham's gonna get out of this one because it's Jason Statham. He's not gonna die in the movie.
Well, that's like me perpetually watching movies after like the third sequel is out already.
Here's the 5th Die Hard movie. I wonder if this is going to be the one where
they finally get John McCain. Finally, or not John McCain.
Easy.
Oh, Dr. Freud.
John McCain. John McCain's finally going to get murdered. Yeah.
NSA are listening.
Yeah.
You're going to get emails.
Oh, so many emails.
No one's going to care. No one cares about him anymore. He's not running for president.
Yeah.
See, that's why I really liked Psycho, even though I wasn't alive by then.
What do you mean?
The original Psycho.
Right.
Kill off the main character halfway through the film.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a weird, fucked up
fucking
thing.
Awesome.
I mean, a couple movies do that. They play on that thing. Like I know it's a really shitty old horror movie, which is really shitty, but it's kind of old from like the early 2000s. Feast. I don't know if you know anything about that. It's like they're like these giant monsters. It's like really goofy. They like attack like a bar, and like a bunch of survivors are in the bar, and like there's like this really good looking dude, and he's like, "Don't worry, guys, I got this." Right by the window, all of a sudden they like pull him out through the window and like kill him, and it's really funny. And that's like one of the only times that it's just been like one of the only other times I've seen that's been like they kind of get rid of the main character.
I think that noise is like the refrigerator.
Yeah, that's refrigerator.
Yeah, I heard ice machine.
Things aren't blowing up here. Yeah. Sorry, I have a refrigerator, guys. It's very cool.
We're having grounding issues in the audio equipment. What's going on?
Well, that's cool.
But yeah, so but I mean, it's gonna. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be really good. It's written by all thing. I don't know. It's gonna be written by the same guys. Are they all gonna like redo it, or like are they returning to as like writers and stuff? And
I don't know. I know it's going to Netflix. That I don't know if it's I don't know if Netflix is the one that requisitioned it or whatever that said like we want to do this show, or is there we want to do it and then they went to Netflix to see if they would produce it.
I vaguely remember seeing that they would wanted the same writers, same creators, same people on the
I sort of feel like AMC would want that show on their station because I mean,
Yeah.
was it next season losing
They,
Mad Men?
they
They've already
gamble
lost
all in
Breaking
though.
Bad.
Like when they do their shows, they go all in. They're
Right.
not much on like the whole spin-offs and this.
No,
stuff.
but they
want
are
to go
because they're doing a spin-off of The Walking Dead. It's gonna be another
Really?
zombie theme show. Yeah, it's gonna be like about a
What?
group of other people that talk for an hour, and so maybe someone gets attacked by a zombie.
That's bullshit.
It is.
Like
I know,
I just
when I first
like
saw it,
honestly like that's
yeah, I call bullshit on
no,
tap.
that's total bullshit. Okay, if
I
you want
made
to
it
do Better Call
3
Saul.
episodes in. I was like, I can't like.
No, hold on. Okay,
That's
so,
the
so
one thing.
Hold
Is
on.
like I read the comic first. And
No,
I don't like it.
Walking
The one
to
thing.
hold on. Walking to the side. Breaking Bad over. Better Call Saul starts. You know, it's a spin-off, but it's not concurrent. Like, okay, that's fine. But it's like they already don't do anything in The Walking Dead. Why do you need to do 2 shows where nothing happens?
Sans last mid-season finale.
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
It
but
was
you
their
blow it
their
out, like,
red
10 episodes.
wedding equivalent.
Are they
Right.
finally getting like word of the internet rage and actually doing stuff now on the show?
They're doing, yeah, they're kind
How
No,
many
they just
seasons
needed
are
to
they
do that
in
for
right
the
now?
finale
yeah, it's kind of a finale.
to get people to
Had
tune
already
in
been
on
like 2 weeks ago.
January.
What season are they in right now?
They just ended the third.
30? I don't know.
Yeah.
God.
Feels like
47.
I don't have the patience for that. No, like
Okay, but my main point was that AMC probably needs a show to you know.
Wasn't
It's
Preacher
totally
gonna be on
null.
it?
Yeah, and that leads me to them adapting Preacher, my favorite all-time like comic
Oh yeah.
thing. Did we talk about this last time? I don't remember if we talked about
I
this
don't
last
think
time.
so. No, well maybe. I
no,
think
because I
you
just,
had
no,
to
I just
mention
listened to it.
Oh, well then no. Somebody's mentioned it recently. Somebody was talking
Yeah.
about it, or whatever. And that was like when I first got into comics. I remember seeing like promos for that in Wizard,
Yeah,
and
Oh,
it was like
man.
this is like one of like my first like experiences with comics was seeing Preacher. Yeah.
and the guy that
That's
guy,
fucked up,
the guy
man.
that painted the covers, he painted like the most awesome covers.
What?
No, it is. It's in the comic itself really fucked up.
No. That's
awesome.
your first experience
Oh,
in
yeah.
comics. That's,
No, it was seeing
Oh.
Preacher. So I meant like one of my first like vivid like get like delving into that world past like X-Men, past the
Okay.
X-Men
Okay.
and Spider-Man cartoons.
Yeah.
Like-
I think the first time I bought the first Preacher book, I bought it at The Heroes on Shaw and Villa, back when it was down there.
By the
Oh,
warehouse.
yeah.
Yeah, both those places extinct now.
Yeah.
Well, not Heroes, but the actual location that they're at. I
Was that their second location or their only
That was
location at
the
the
first
time?
one.
That was no, because they used to have one right across the street by the movie theater.
'Cause I remember going to Heroes back in the day
Yeah.
because I was all in like the X-Men Series 2 cards. I have like almost every card.
The Flare 95, all of like 94. Like I got, I used to have tons of those. Shit.
Marvel masterpiece.
No, I had this
Those are
huge
cool,
like
yeah.
the pizza box, whatever thing that was set up
Oh,
with like the
shit.
rows of cards.
Mhm.
It's like full, tons of cards. Big binder full of this Spider-Man set. That
Binder
had
full of women. Yeah.
no, was it a binder? It was the Spider-Man set that it was
Different
3 by
binder.
3 of all so individual cards,
Right,
and
but
they
they all
came
made one
together.
giant collage.
Yeah,
no,
my
like this-
my sister sold them all at a yard sale. My dad used to have yard sales
So
every
exactly
weekend.
how hard did you slap her for that?
Well, she was like 3, 4, something like that.
Answer
Super.
that question.
Yeah.
She's selling shit at yard sale.
No, yeah, no,
That's all
because
I
she
asked,
just,
what I
you know,
asked was-
hold on. So we had yard sales every weekend, so it was very common for my sister to like help out or whatever, you know, being like 5.
You're describing
5 years old.
Stewie right now.
But like, but yeah, so she, you know, helping out whatever sold the
Okay,
comics. It was
okay.
like $2 for this thing
Oh,
that was
man,
like.
I'd be so pissed.
Because I was, you know, like 12 years old or something, and it was like years at that point. It's like a good portion of my life had been dedicated to acquiring that collection.
No,
And a
I'm,
lot of money.
I'm still working
Those
on this.
cards were expensive.
And there were a lot of
Yeah.
money, and
Yeah.
they're probably going to be worth a fortune
No, dude,
at
cards are
this
worth
point.
nothing. Like trading cards, like all those cards we're talking about right now, like all the hologram, whatever,
Really?
variant chase cards.
I need to go on eBay because I'm
Where's
still working on the
nothing.
fucking
yeah,
what's the room the X-Men trained in? What's it
so
called?
Danger Room.
I'm still working on the Danger Room collage,
Yeah.
the 3x3. You know what I'm talking
Yeah, I
about.
know exactly what you're talking about.
I have like 2/3 of it,
Yeah.
but I'm still working on it. But like
It's
when
like
Trip,
Wolverine, like Gambit, like Cyclops.
it's like everybody from like that. But like when Triple Play went out of business early,
Oh,
from
Triple Play.
when they moved from the one location to,
Yeah, on the other side.
I bought a whole unopened box of the DC Cosmic cards.
I saw that, and I really want those, dude. As like as long as any of them.
I opened every single packet. I know.
Son of a bitch.
I know. They're. I have them though.
Speaking of getting slapped hard,
Yeah,
I know.
seriously.
I know. No, I know.
Did you
I know
ever
that now.
buy, like,
I know
the
that
full
now.
Box sets.
It was the
Yeah,
display
get
card.
it.
It was like.
$50 you buy like
Yeah,
all these
the whole
individual
thing.
packs. Oh,
Oh, I
my
probably
God.
bought it.
That's what he's talking about. He bought an actual box.
Oh, the
I
actual
bought it
box,
for like
yeah.
under $20. There's the kind
Oh,
where you
man.
could like you
That's what it
open,
means, yeah.
you open the one
Yeah, yeah,
side.
you bought it for $120.
No, like under $10.
Oh, under.
You flip
under
it, so it's, like,
$20
on
some
display.
of them.
Right, so it goes up. And
Well, yeah, no, but
You
like
just keep opening it.
it has the
opening it.
perforated top of like all the
Yeah,
characters, and so like you pop the first one, break the perforation over the whole thing, and And it's like a stand-up display. You fold it under.
It's what they put like on shelves of comic book stores.
Yeah.
You have
I think I might have thrown away the wrappers.
It might not have actually been the whole set. I mean,
I'm pretty sure
No,
I
it's
threw
never
away the
the whole set.
wrappers, but I
It's
still
just
have.
Some play with
got a
cell.
box.
Yeah.
I still have the box and like all of the cards. Like
That was,
when
like,
I was
Christmas
when I was
Day
moving
and all that,
recently, I
yeah.
found like all my binders of like all the sports cards and all my comic
Mhm.
cards. So I still have them, but I feel kind of bad because I opened all the packets. Number 2, I don't feel that bad because now I know what I have.
And 3, you just feel like a huge nerd. Which is why you're the podcast. I know.
My little bit of cred that I have.
The long story short, Preacher is one of my like favorite all time comics of all time, like favorite sagas of all time, series rather. And if AMC does it and they do like at least like 1/10 the justice of the show, which I've already been like brings it back to Walking Dead and like Walking Dead, I'm like Frank Darabont meets Miss, all these cool Green Mile movies, awesome. They have total control, like they have the guy that created it going with it. It's gonna be great. It's okay.
Who's doing it?
They don't know yet. I think they just
Like the showrunners and all that.
I don't know. I think they just own. I think they just ordered a pilot, and so that's far right now. So I mean, who even knows? Maybe they want to get the pilot greenlit. Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, I think they already have the pilot greenlit, but they need to actually make another show.
They could probably pull it off though. I feel like
But the thing is, like, no matter, like, even if they get like 1/10 of as cool as the comic was, it's gonna be like the best show ever, and the most like insane, like batshit insane show ever. And
I hope this isn't right.
what's that?
AMC reportedly planning Preacher pilot potentially with Seth Rogen.
Oh,
what?
that doesn't sound right at all. But then again,
I'm surprised your eyes are like twitching and like ready to pop out.
I don't really,
Maybe he's just helping to write, or he's like producing it.
because remember how awesome the Green Hornet was.
Yeah.
So like, I'm thinking, I don't know. Anyway, so what I'm saying is that they need a new show to like. Because right now they have Mad Men. Mad Men's like the number one show. Well, actually, no, it's not anymore. Walking Dead's the number one show.
Mm-hmm.
But for a long time,
Mad Men.
Mad Men was. And
Yeah.
because it won them all the
It's
awards.
still like top, like
Yeah.
you know, watch parties and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like it's, yeah. I'm surprised they don't have their own like, you know, Talking Dead companion show yet. They don't have like the posts, you know,
What do you
just
mean for, like,
discuss.
Mad Men?
I
Mad
think
Men,
AMC
yeah.
will always have that post thing.
Yeah, they might have. And I mean, hopefully they do again for if Preacher picks up first series and it's
Mhm.
halfway decent, it might be pretty cool. And then
So, so are they doing like direct like adaptations from like each comic or each book or whatever is an episode? Is that how Walking Dead's going at this
no,
point?
Walking Dead's completely like just
They're doing their own
way
thing.
off, from like
Yeah.
the actual thing.
And
But I think but I appreciate that the fact that like
They went so far, they're just kind of like, we're done.
yeah,
Mhm.
well, it's so fact that like if you're a fan of the comic and then you're actually like a fan of the TV show, like if you know everything that's gonna happen, who's gonna die, it's like then what's the point of watching the TV show? I mean,
Mhm.
besides see it like actually play out like in real life or real life. But I mean, like, so I think it's kind of cool that they actually change it from what it used, or change it from the comic book of what it is.
So would it be better as they say that, okay, say there's 20 comics and that's 20 episodes and they split it into 2 seasons or one
Mhm.
long season, you know, treat it more like a UK TV show. Would that be a better run to have 20 solid episodes?
Oh, yeah.
Or let's split it up over, you know, let's split it up as much as we can until people stop watching.
I think it depends. I mean, it depends how good the show is. I mean,
Walking
that's
Dead. I mean, it's,
okay. Well, you're saying you're comparing to BBC shows. BBC shows, their series only lasts like 6 or 8 episodes.
Then that's what I'm saying.
You could totally compile a bunch of like Walking Dead comics and like compress them into episodes, but like almost too much stuff would happen.
Mhm.
Because if you try to compact like
That's
five
better than what it is
issues
now.
to like,
It's better than that now. So
I mean, okay, yeah, it sounds pretty cool, but it might be a little bit too much like flustered. Because as much as it is kind of slow, they do build a lot of on the characters and stuff, so
Mhm.
it might be too much.
Which is a little
Building
more,
characters I don't care about.
I'm just saying.
but it's more of what you need for a TV show versus a comic, because like they spend all this
Yeah.
time of like
They could
creating
definitely
conflict
spice
and-
it up a little bit. They could,
Mhm.
you know, speed it up by combining a couple per episode. But
Mhm.
you know, I understand why they draw it out, but it could be a little bit quicker.
Did you guys see the mid-season finale?
I haven't watched it yet. I think Matt did. You did, right? Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, yeah, we talked about it
Season
last
one,
time.
episode 2.
Season what?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah, I got like 2-3 episodes in. I was like, I can't.
It's
I
I don't think it was
but,
that crazy.
He's done with this
Um,
episode. See you
Game
later.
of Thrones. Do you watch that?
Yeah.
So I mean, it was you know people
Comparable
compared it
to
to
the
Red
Red Wedding.
Yeah, and,
Meh.
but it's just I mean it's Hamlet. I mean it's just everybody you know dies at the end. I mean that's.
Spoiler alert.
Is it a spoiler alert, Ben? Did we ruin Hamlet for
It
you?
was like 3 people who died.
Okay, still I haven't seen the
A lot of people die. I didn't
Okay.
say you know I
No,
didn't say
yeah,
Rick,
so-
Rick dies that he
The
gets his
Red
head
Wedding
cut
was
off, but
that was fucking intense.
because that was just like I mean, the people you thought were gonna make it.
Yeah, that defied everything I believe about like traditional narratives now, like where you have heroes and they will
Did you
make
see
it
it?
through the.
No, I haven't seen it yet. I got like halfway through the third season of HBO. I don't have HBO, so it's kind of hard for me to watch them.
It's like
I also don't download episodes, so
it's
kinda,
just
My mouth was like open the entire time watching
Yeah.
that episode, thinking this isn't a normal TV show.
yeah. I was looking through like Twitter and you've
This
seen all
is
these
awesome.
pictures of like everybody's in the fetal position, like
I've
everybody's
seen, like,
crying, walking back and forth, like there's nothing sacred, there's nothing safe.
There's like the YouTube clip of like people's reactions
Yeah.
to watching that episode.
Yeah.
It's like that's how big the thing is. So it's like
Because it was one of the murders, like it was
Yeah,
like really
right.
one of the first ones. Like what happens, like just that one. If it had just been that one person, I still would have been like, "What the fuck was that?" But then everything that cascaded from that, it was just too much. It was just too much to take in. I've never seen anything as violent as that episode on television at this point.
really,
Yeah.
including The Walking Dead.
No, I've seen more violent. It's just like it actually mattered. Was
Okay,
the thing.
it wasn't just like them killing random
Yeah.
zombies.
Yeah,
Okay, that's cool.
and it was
Well, I'm sure, actually,
So
yeah.
I don't really
I
count.
feel
as,
stupid.
like,
I feel stupid
zombies.
saying that because I'm like,
I mean,
actually,
it was still.
every
Don't get me
character-
wrong.
yeah.
It was still incredibly violent. With
Yeah, but it
babies.
just it's
like
like
every episode of like every character of like Game of Thrones actually is important. That's
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
more like because I say that I'm like okay, as opposed to like
I
when
mean,
they throw in,
Spartacus is more violent.
yeah, that's true. Like they just like
And
throw
awesome.
in they just throw like new characters to Walking
And
Dead
sexy.
and like all right, keep it.
yes.
So
we all know you like Spartacus.
So then like every episode of like Walking Dead is like
Like
there's
another
characters
short
and like oh yeah they're all gonna die. The group of people are just like maybe they have like one the cute chick's gonna live. The others are gonna die.
No,
Black.
it's all bets are off.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's what, like the cool thing about Game of Thrones. Is,
Speaking of the cute chick from Game of Thrones, Terminator.
Yeah, she's gonna play Sarah
Oh,
Connor.
well, there you
Yeah.
go.
No, the
So
Khaleesi.
I'm,
Wait, they're doing another Terminator TV show, right?
Apparently.
There was
Oh,
another
no, they're
one?
remaking a
Or-
movie. No, they're remaking a movie.
it's the next movie. Yeah,
It's the next
Because they
movie.
talked
So was
about
that Terminator
they
5?
talked about
Yeah.
when Christian Bale did the Terminator. They're like, oh, we're gonna do two more, making it a whole separate trilogy.
Yeah, they said
That died, right?
Yeah.
So this is another reboot.
Right.
Is it a reboot or is it supposed to pick up after
I
Terminator
think it's
3?
gonna be actually a reboot, and they're doing a reboot.
It's a
on it.
reboot.
I
So
think
who's
so.
gonna be
I
Arnie?
think.
There's so much room to just keep going.
No.
Because who's it?
That's
I mean,
the way
in
it
in another weird sort of way, like wasn't it on the Sarah Connor Chronicles? Sarah Connor Chronicles. Sarah Connor is actually she's the chick from Game of Thrones, right?
Is she?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
right.
totally right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking mind blown right now.
Yeah, no, I made that
Way
discovery
to go,
when I
nerd.
was
Way to go.
no, when I was watching that with I was Sarah Connor.
And now they're doing it again with Khaleesi. That's
So
kind of
it's Amelia Clark
Right.
is going to be Sarah Connor, and then what the hell? Is
So the one thing I can say, nerd alert about that show,
it's
Which one?
Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Mhm.
There's one of the episodes. I think it's like the first season, maybe like the first or second episode, where like they go into the future and like John Connor is supposed to be like, oh, do this, don't go out in the public, whatever. So he goes to like an internet cafe.
Those type of butterflies.
What?
Those type of butterflies.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was because it was their he's in danger. Like
Right.
they already jumped to the future because they were trying to escape the people. Anyway, he walks into the fucking internet cafe, and if you look on the address is 1337, like on the decal on the door, and it's like
nerd speak? 1337.
I know.
Eric, what does it spell?
It spells 137. Okay, it was a late.
Late.
Yeah,
Late.
good one. But that's cool.
I thought it was neat. Just seemed like they tried, you know.
Yeah, they see me watching the show. So what else you got, Matt?
Grand Theft Auto 5.
What about
You
it?
guys played that at all?
I played a
No.
little bit.
I haven't been able to play it yet, but
Did you pick it up yet for the Xbox?
No, I actually bought Battlefield 4 on Black Friday.
Hey, like
I got it for it was like $35, something like that. The campaign, I wish I could just skip through more stuff. There's like a lot of like dumb story like cutscenes that like I just want to get to the end.
You don't like the cutscenes at all in games in general, or just this one?
Well, I like it the first time, and then when I play through it on normal, and then I go through on hard and play it again, like I don't want to.
Play through it. Just play it on hard.
Well, I mean, I'll do it on because you get
the first time.
It's all the achievement points. You get a separate achievement for each pass. Yeah.
Are you playing on PC or 360?
360. I'm still playing on the Xbox 360, and you get an achievement point for each pass. You play it on.
No one plays PC anymore.
If you play it on easy, medium, and hard, you get a different achievement point. So that's all I was doing. Is
I'm waiting the full fucking year for GTA 5 on PC. I'm not gonna play it. I'm
So
just
if
saying.
anybody has a sale on Xbox Live Gold account, you can email notownerds@gmail.com and I will buy it, and then we can talk about the Battlefield 4 online play. Because I've actually seen that there's a lawsuit or something because of glitches and like the shortcomings of the game. A
class action lawsuit about it.
Yeah, that there's like some other shit, and I haven't been able to experience it because I just been playing the campaign. So as soon as I can get in, I can see what the hell the
I
gripes
just
about.
beat Battlefield 3 campaign. Pretty excited about that.
Yeah, shameless plug.
Yeah.
Good job.
I never even finished it. I think I played like the first couple missions and then I sold it.
What do you got, Nick?
I played
So
it hard the
Flash.
first time all the way
Yeah.
through on PC.
Is-
It's
yeah,
been- yeah.
just-
On Arrow, I caught up.
Did you? Really? That's cool.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah. Who plays him?
I don't fucking care.
Wait,
Yeah,
back it up.
oh,
Sorry.
We're talking about Arrow now. We're done with Arrow.
Arrow?
We're over this now.
No. I'm
We're
sorry.
moving on
I'm
to
sorry.
Call of Duty.
I veto.
Even
I veto.
nerdier thing.
Arrow's had enough
It's
airtime
getting
on
pretty
this.
heated.
Arrow's had enough time.
Has it had any time?
Actually, we ended up talking about Arrow like every episode I think we've had so far.
I just watched the
Yes.
last episode.
Yeah, it's fine.
But anyway, this is kind of related to Arrow. But Flash and Felicity on the show Arrow. Okay, it's like two nerds, a guy and a
Oh,
girl,
yeah,
who are
the-
kind of
the
like each other, whatever.
Felicity Storm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are porn
10
names.
times cooler than S.H.I.E.L.D. And I don't know why.
Well, there's lots of reasons why.
I don't understand why these two characters on S.H.I.E.L.D., which I think on text would be cool and
Yeah,
funny, they
right.
just,
You talking about the Doctor? Or you talking about all the characters in Shield?
well, all the characters on S.H.I.E.L.D.,
Yeah,
but
they're kinda-
specifically the guy and the girl nerds.
Yeah, the whatever. Yeah, Macintosh and Applegate, whatever their names
Fit,
are.
Fitzgerald and-
whatever. Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah, it's zany. I began on Shield. It's kind of man. I
Did you see the last one? Which admittedly is getting better.
Maybe it is.
It's always getting better, and it's just never gonna be good
It's
enough.
slowly getting better.
All right,
It's just-
I'm gonna make an effort. I'm gonna set my DVR and I'll watch an episode, and then we can talk about.
I
it
think
next
it's worth the watch just to discuss on this show. But
Okay.
Wait, what? Shield or Arrow?
Arrow.
Arrow.
I've given up on Shield. I'm done. I'll try Arrow.
It's okay though. It's okay.
But Shield or Arrow?
Both of them. They're both okay.
I'm gonna set the DVR recording right now.
Okay.
You can do that for your phone?
Was mentioned or
Fucking
Wow.
2013, man.
There is an app for that.
Science has finally caught up with our hopes and dreams.
yeah. No, but I'm excited for Arrow. I was sadly I was yours.
Yeah.
So I do a search for Arrow, and it comes with The Narrow Margin, Walking Dead, The Twilight Zone, and NCIS. Those are the only results.
Not the Windows theme.
What?
All right, never mind. Fuck you guys. You're not nerds. Whatever.
Why would Arrow come up for the Windows?
But yeah, I
thing?
watched his origin. That was kind
Never
of cool.
mind.
It's actually an episode of Arrows.
Flash? Flash?
The Flash. I'm sorry, confused. Yeah, an episode of Arrow shows.
I don't care about Arrow.
I don't. Yes, but it shows an episode is dedicated to. The Flash.
He had two episodes, and
Okay.
one was like his introduction.
Who's the main character on there? Or is it not the
On
main
Arrow?
character? No, the actor.
Arrow.
Actor.
Oh, the actor.
Uh,
Not the.
I don't know. It's this really skinny guy. He might be on another show. I don't know. I've never seen
Wait,
him before.
who's Arrow or who's playing
Flash.
The Flash. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, we'll figure it out.
I can't imagine him having his own TV show though.
The Flash?
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
I never watched the original TV show.
Oh, the original one's rough,
Alright.
dude. Like his suit is pretty much just like made out of like muscles. That's kind
Oh,
of like
man.
yeah. So like when he's not wearing the suit, it's like he looks like a regular dude, but it's like all huge. But I'll check it out. Like
Stephen Amell?
I really want.
ML?
Oh, that's
That's Arrow.
Arrow. But who's Flash?
No, that's what I was asking. I'm trying to find Arrow to set the recording, and I was trying to figure who.
Amel. Yeah.
Because I was doing a search for Arrow and nothing comes up. So I'm going to try and search for the actor and see if it comes up that
Are
way.
you spelling
Stephen
it
Amell might be
correctly?
the guy from
Yes,
Tomorrow
I'm
People
spelling-
because of nepotism in this fucking industry. But
Amel gets autocorrected to smell.
Makes sense, yeah.
that's okay.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
Stephen
willing to,
Amell.
I'm willing to check out. I
Nothing.
mean, because I've already like watching. I've already seen like at least the first season of Arrow.
I don't think this is a real show. It doesn't come up
Something
when I'm
to
searching
I just
AT&T
found it on
Uverse.
IMDb.
Yeah, we brought
When
it
I'm
up.
searching on AT&T's Uverse app here, I don't
It's also
find
AT&T,
anything.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a user of AT&T.
Was it the traditional spelling of Arrow?
Yes.
Oh, there's a K in there somewhere. You gotta figure out
Fuck you.
I think there's a GH.
that. silent error is on A.
There's an
So what else you got? What's you got, Matt?
Oh, there's a new Star Wars game coming out, and I'll tell you what it's called. It is
In 1 minute.
yeah. So it's Star Wars Attack Squadron, and I watched a little teaser video for it, and it's got all of the it's all the ships. It's I don't know exactly the storyline that it follows, but you can be in different ships and you can fight in space.
What was it called? Like Battlegrounds?
Well, there was
They had, like, the X-Wing
Battlefront.
TIE fighter back
There was
in the day.
Battlefront, and they had a couple of like things, but I think this is all in the ship. I think it's Attack Squadron is like so they had
Like flight related, you mean?
no
like
what was the it was like the squad based
X-Wing
one.
squad?
X-Wing
No,
versus TIE fighter was
No,
the,
hold on. There was a Battlefront, and then it was like Rogue Squadron or something like that. Or
Rogue
no,
Squadron's
yeah.
on the, the
was,
X-Fighters.
is that it?
Or,
No,
yeah.
no, that,
X-Wings.
that's no. This was like you're the actual clone troopers. Like you're running around like it's like the elite. I'm talking about.
There was like
It was like right after
what year?
Battlefront. It was like 07, 06.
There's like Force Unleashed and all that jazz, and there's Jedi Knight.
No, this is
I
like
understand.
Battlefront,
Yeah.
and then there was another one.
I don't
If I
know.
can look it up now because nobody played the game.
Is it KOTOR? Is it KOTOR?
No.
It's
always
KOTOR.
KOTOR.
It's KOTOR, isn't it?
Yeah. So anyway, so I played a lot of Star Wars games. I can't remember all the names now,
Nerd.
but they've all been kind of crap.
Yeah, they've been pretty bad.
Like they're like Star Trek games are even worse. They're like they don't spend
yeah.
the time necessary to actually make it.
Awesome point and click episodes there.
Yeah. No, like they're just like the best Star Trek game I ever played was an arcade game where you're on Voyager and you're shooting the macro viruses and the Borg as they're invading the ship. Like that was like the best game. But no, there's another one where it's like you're playing the Star Trek. What the hell was it? See, I can never remember what anything's called. You get to command all the different ships. You set up a fleet and you can switch back and forth and be able to be in command of the ships. So you just fight a space
Your
battle.
name is Ender.
Purely Armada.
Yeah, but
It's your game.
they're always like so the Force was it the Force Unleashed? The first one I didn't like as much as the second one, but the second one had like the campaign was like half the length,
Right.
and so it was really badass getting to run around and actually use all the awesome Force powers, which is all I want to do is use the Force. I just want to like
Force choke
like,
everybody.
Yeah, no, it was so easy.
Smash together.
So playing the Force Unleashed, whatever the second one, it was so easy to play the game because I just ran around throwing trash cans at everybody and knocking robots off of ledges. I didn't even have to use the lightsaber
Just
at
like
all.
in real life.
No, really, because you're running down the hallway, force push.
Force kick.
Yeah. So
Well, that's cool. Is that coming out for consoles or just PC or what?
I think it's gonna be both. I couldn't find a release date for it, but it's Republic Commando. That was the,
Is that the name of it?
that was the other game that I was trying to think of, where you run around in a squad, and I thought it was really cool style for the game because you can actually because you run around with all these NPCs, and it's kind of shit when you run around with it because they're waiting on cues from you, and so if you either aren't standing in the right point, they're not going to be activated to do the right thing.
That shit in
Right?
games.
So with this game, whenever you come up to something and it's like, hold X to unlock the door, you can assign it. You can say, tell your squad to go and then
they've been there for a while, like Rainbow Six games, right? Where you can assign them to go in the room and
Oh, really? Okay.
that's been going on for a while.
I haven't seen that in
No, that's
many
pretty
games,
good though.
yeah.
Because I've played plenty of like first or third person shooters. Was like even Homefront was all like that. Like, oh, it'd be super fun. But it's like if you hold back and wait for them to do the work for you, they won't fucking move. You have to run and do every fucking thing before they come up and oh,
I feel
thanks for
like
doing
Call of
that.
Duty, though, you can
It's
go
like-
and outside and open up a door and you go in there and then they throw the grenade and turn duck and blows up and they go in there. And,
You still have to activate it to be part of that. Like they'll
That's
throw
more
the
like a
gren-
co-op directional type of thing though, versus just people hanging out with you. Like
Yeah, so this is like you have your squad is 5 people, you're and 1 and 4 others, and then when you come up to somewhere, it's like plant this explosive. You can assign it and then cover them while they're planting the explosive.
Okay. No, that's what. Yeah. It's time for who's doing the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
well, that whole that's like a minority of the games. Most of them are just
Right.
wait for you to do everything.
Sure, yeah.
Like
I mean,
pain in the
I
ass.
played RPGs, so I get it. Like when you walk to a town and you have I have 7 characters. No, I'm one person. And it's like, you go to battles, 3 people, 1 person. Yeah, so, I mean, I know it's like a more nerdy set.
Battlefield 3 was like that. I was playing through the campaign. There's a lot of points. I was like, well, fucking go. And like, I wouldn't do anything until I walked up to like 7 people. Thanks, ass.
But I can't have PlayStation or the Xbox Connect, so Ben doing this does nothing. It does nothing.
I can't tell you how many times I died in Battlefield 4 because one of the other like NPCs that I'm playing with pushed me off the stairs, pushed me off a ladder.
Stop griefing me, you asshole!
So it's like I'm trying to run ahead and just like they're moving too slow. They're checking all the corners where I know it's an empty hallway.
Fall to death.
So I'm running down the hallway and I jump up on the stairs, but because they're supposed to go ahead, you're pretty much any entry or anything like that, unless they tell you to go, they're going to go first. So there's a whole bunch of where you're on these aircraft carriers and you're trying to run through the bowels, but you can't have 2 people side by side fit down the hallway because of how big the characters.
I would be so pissed the whole time.
And that's why I want to skip through the goddamn cutscenes, because there's so much of the game where you can't shoot, you can't do anything. You're just waiting for them to speak lines of dialogue.
I was really hoping between 3 and 4 they'd cut a lot of that out, because like it takes forever for the autosave to pick up for your restore point.
Yes.
And it's just terrible. So you can't do quick saves. Okay, I get it, but like they make your checkpoints shorter together, not like make it completely through this level and then have a quick save. It's like fucking like, come on, man.
Yeah. So with Battlefield 4, it's just bullshit.
Great,
bullshit.
they didn't do anything. Awesome.
I think
well, we're running low on time. We got another minute here. Anything you want to do? Any recommendations? And talk about anything?
We can recommendations. Matt, go ahead. What do you recommend?
Well, we got about a minute left. So
okay, Matt, what do you got?
I just watched.
Can we just like edit out that bunch of stuff?
We get we got a little bit of leeway.
We're not going to keep saying fix it in post.
We all have difference.
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
Matt, go.
We're going fine.
What have you been watching? Go.
So I watched This Is the End and the Wolverine in the last couple of days, and old movies, but I just now finally got around to seeing them.
Pretty
Wolverine I thought was okay. I don't think it was super amazing.
Better than the last one.
Yes.
No,
I kept looking the whole time. I'm looking at his
Wolverine.
Well, I'm looking at his claws the whole time.
Yeah,
because
is he just Roger Rabbit bullshit or not?
Yeah, because it was like cartoon, like animated, like somebody drew him in, and so I'm looking at him the whole time.
I was the only person who laughed in the theater, and people scowled at me.
Oh my god, it was so terrible. It was just so awful. So in this one, at least they put a lot more time into that kind of stuff. But
right. Well, yeah.
Yeah, but I just didn't like. I don't know. I didn't like the pacing of it or whatever. Like it was just.
It's not a great movie, but it's
it's fun.
I don't know. It wasn't like the Wolverine movie that I was hoping for. Whatever. It was fine. It was it was good.
I can't remember which website I was reading. It was like,
so you watched that one.
And This Is the End was pretty good.
I hear that.
I haven't seen
Yeah,
it's really good.
I was worried that I saw the best parts in the trailer, and there was a lot more that was left out. It was still pretty good.
There were even better parts.
They did a good job with that trailer, because there's a lot more. Like, what the fuck?
Did you like it? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I saw it in the theaters. I saw like probably the $3 theater, but like it was fun.
Whatever. You still paid to watch it.
Yeah, no, that's super fun. Like all the way through the end. I mean, even though the cheesiest part was like the demon dong and like all that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah,
I mean it still was funny.
Yeah, it was still super funny. Like, I mean, all the way through that, I was like, okay, like, only these guys can get away with it after they did everything else in the movie to make cohesive sense, like.
Yeah. Okay, we're running out of time. So, Eric, any recommendations?
I got 2. I got the new Cartoon Network show, Rick and Morty.
Yes.
That show's so fucking funny, dude. It's so hilarious. It's Dan Harmon, who wrote the best seasons of Community, and now he has free reign on animation show, and they can do, like, whatever they want to do. And some of the funny stuff I've seen in a really long time. It might be my new favorite animated show. Sorry if it's time. It might be my new favorite animated show.
At the time he's drunk and have slobber on him.
Yeah, that one, and I've also started watching TNT's Mob City, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty freaking cool, man. Yeah. It's Frank Darabont again, the guy back in The Walking Dead. All the characters on there, all the dead guys from Walking Dead. Now they're on this show and they're playing the police chief.
Shane.
Yeah, Shane's the main guy. It's pretty cool.
Oh
man.
shit, really?
Yeah.
All right, Nick, Ben, any recommendations?
I just watched The Hunt. It's some wacky Norwegian film. It's pretty fucking crazy. I recommend it. It's about this Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah. He is a school teacher. He gets accused for child abuse. He didn't do it, and it's about his whole town going against him.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it's like the reverse rape story you hear about now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty awesome.
Cool.
I'm perpetually behind the times, so I finally just saw Hunger Games.
Yeah,
and
do you recommend it?
Yeah, I mean, it was
I mean,
one of-
did you like it? I mean, you can.
I liked it. I liked it. It was one of those things that it took so long for me to see. So I got to see everybody's rave reviews and all through this, and then I saw it, and it's like it was with this like super epic, monumental movie, and it's like it's all right. It's cool.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. I wanted to.
Yeah, I mean,
watched it,
like,
"Oh,
it's-
this is all right." So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit long in some areas. It was a little bit quick in certain other areas. I mean, like I don't know, it had a really long beginning.
A lot more Jennifer Lawrence than that.
Well, I like me some Jennifer Lawrence. I'm
Yeah,
just
me
saying. I'm just saying. I mean, there could have been a little bit more. Even like it kind of happened more realistically, where like everyone kind of freaks out and kills a bunch of people, and then like it takes a longer to draw out. Like it's like a, I get it, but like they could have expanded on that a little bit.
So I know you've seen Battle Royale. Do you see the comparisons between the two? People
It's been a long time since I've seen Battle Royale, so I can't give it a fair comparison.
Is this
Although
what-
I
yeah.
Is it
definitely
a
thought
less
about it.
a less violent version?
Oh yeah, so
It's a lot less violent. It's a lot less
The
over exaggerated. I
Really
mean, Battle Royale was like super crazy, mortars going off, people getting blown up and stuff. I get it, but like, they built it up to a whole bunch, and then it felt like when it finally got to the point where it was turning, it went by like way too quick. Boom, it was done. It was like,
yeah, they have
alright,
like a
like-
weird sort of like I noticed the last one too. Like the last was it?
because I felt like they're
Little
kind of trying to
Fire.
combine like
Yeah.
the whole Battle Royale aspect of it, and then like the whole lead up to the culture of it. Like you have to go do this, like make it kind of like the Olympics, where you like put on the
Right.
pageant and do all this before. It kind of felt like more like they were trying to do like, well, here's kind of like a little bit of a Hogwarts thing where you buy into this whole culture, you do all this whole
Right.
rituals, and then all of a sudden they're fighting, and then I don't know.
The movies to me seem like sort of like vaguely anticlimactic because they have
Oh, yeah.
this weird sort of like
Yeah,
awesome. Then
It's
like
all rising
fight-
action.
then
it's
nothing.
It's
And
like
then
a
kinda
very
just, like-
quick build. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a delayed build.
Yeah,
through, I
and
think.
it's a weird sort of I get that.
So I don't. I mean, I
actually
never
totally
read the
understand
books.
that,
I didn't
yeah.
know it was a thing until I saw the movies. I'm the
Until I ate
Philistine.
a Subway, and then I found out.
What are these Hunger Games everyone's talking about?
No, I mean that's what I was saying. Is like everyone's like, oh my god, they're finally making movies. It's like I had no idea. I never saw them, or read the books. But like,
That's how it was with Twilight. Like, I never heard about it until I was already like neck deep in.
Maybe it's
in the
because we're a
fans of, like, what's going on
27-year-old
around me.
male.
yeah, you're just a little bit out of like the
I'm not in the Twilight demographic.
Yeah,
no,
Right.
yeah, I know. Well, that's what it was for like Harry Potter and me. It's like everyone
Out
was
of
freaked
Board
out when the
Housewife
first Harry
or
Potter came out. I'm
Mormon,
like,
yeah.
what is that? Like, yeah, I would have been like, no one ever made like a boxcar children's like book. I was like, what the fuck is like Harry Potter? So like anything is just like I don't get it, but whatever. But like I saw the movie and I was like, okay, that's great. But I kind of watched it more to see the new one is out in theaters. It's like, all right, I'll check it out.
It's just really fun. They've been like super anti-fantasy. I find out. Like
I'm
you're-
not necessarily. A little
Yes, you
bit.
are.
You know, you're
Yeah.
pretty anti-fantasy.
I tried to sell. I tried to sell you on Skyrim by saying that it was Grand Theft Auto meets Lord of the Rings, and you're like, "Fuck it, no."
No, because like I like Lord of the Rings. I've watched them all, not the director's edition, but I've watched them all, and like, cool. I don't want to watch that again. I don't want to watch it like.
Yeah.
The first RPG game I've ever played was Fallout 3. I'll put it that way. That's my patience level. Is I finally started playing a RPG.
But even like Fallout 3 is like super kind of intense, man.
But yeah,
still
but it's
pretty,
more
like,
of a shooter
hardcore.
game more than
No, yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
So it's like I
Shooter when
can't
you
do
have
like
ammo.
RPG
Oh,
or
that's
fantasy.
RPG.
Like
I
it
don't
just
have ammo
it-
like halfway. Like,
I don't
before
have
shit
the
to game.
patience. There's a reason I play like, and the music I play is like
Day of
3
Defeat
minutes long.
and, like,
Yeah,
that.
no, I'm with you. Like, I couldn't play.
My attention
I couldn't
span.
play Fable at all. Like,
No.
yeah, like it was just the pacing is too slow. But I just been like, you don't like fantasy. You're just not into that.
So
that
It's
genre.
not that I
genre,
dislike it,
like,
hate it, I think it should go away. It's just like it's not necessarily for me. Like I can't,
Which
I
is-
can't buy
which is
into it a lot. Like I'll
No,
never
it's
play like WoW. I'll never play EverQuest. All,
Well, I'm
all
saying,
those
like,
games,
I mean,
like
it's not fantasy, but
those types of
Yeah.
movies. Like I could never watch Labyrinth or like any of those movies.
Really?
I have no patience for it. I
Legend.
just-
No.
Legend, whatever. They'll say.
Well, no, they're
They
different
blur
movies,
together.
But yeah, but
I know they all blur together. It all blurs together. For me, it's just like, oh my god, someone die or someone do something happen.
someone
Like,
shoots him in the face.
pretty much. No, that's what it is.
Where's
It's-
Private Ryan?
It's
at?
terrible. It's terrible. I understand. Like I have.
No, I understand.
I'm almost 30 and I have the attention span of a 15-year-old, but
A
like
gnat. Yeah.
Hold on, don't talk down about 15-year-olds. I know plenty of 15-year-olds that would love to sit and watch Labyrinth.
they're coming over after this,
do
right?
you, man, do you really like? Do you know a lot of 15-year-olds?
I watched it when I was 15.
How many
I watched the shit
15-year-olds
out
do you
of it.
know right now?
Like right now, like you know,
Like
a lot
today?
Of 15-year-old. Yeah, that's
Do you
no,
have a
when
few in
you
your
were-
speed
No,
dial you
I'm
can just like call up?
No, I'm sorry. I was.
When you were
Oh,
15, you
yeah.
knew a lot of 15 people your own
Yes.
age that like.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we're
So,
differently, buddy. We say
okay.
now, like I know
So
15-year-olds
12,
right
12
nowadays.
years,
I'm
12 years
Wait,
ago,
what?
12 years ago, when I was 15, there were several of my peers that would have well enjoyed watching Labyrinth and
Not the 15-year-olds nowadays. You pick up in your crazy van with candy, right?
See, I'm not
puppies.
I'm not
Puppies work
with
way
it,
better.
with the no, today's kids, today's 15-year-olds probably wouldn't give two
Wouldn't
shits
shake
about.
Matt when you do come to him.
They probably wouldn't give two shits about Labyrinth. The
Right,
kids today.
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
The
I'm
CG's
glad
terrible.
we cleared the air in this situation here. because
Yes, we cleared the air.
We're going really dark.
He
Well,
Yeah.
theoretically knows 15-year-olds now that he has them in their speed dial
Yeah.
or a crumpled piece of paper.
Right.
Yes, I'm glad we could clear up that I'm not hanging out with a bunch of children. Yes. That's
Or at least watching webcams.
And with that,
is that where we're going to end? We're going to end.
I
on
really
that?
don't
I think we're
feel we
end
should
on
end
you.
that way.
Yes.
So,
Hey, you know what? I know what's the number one candidate for getting cut out of the podcast today.
Nick.
Just because you're the editor.
that's enough coughing
him and all
from
his
you.
arrow
I'm
talk.
never getting an invite
Okay,
back, am I?
so by the way, we're
Philistine.
way over on time.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
think- So, but what's great
Doesn't
about
matter.
what's great about this is this can actually just be
It's gonna
on
be
the
part of the
audio
audio,
version.
yeah,
Yeah, the
audio.
audio version can be 10 hours if we want it to be.
Yeah.
But
So,
what is the YouTube
Neb
have to be
Ham
limited?
Boom Ham, what are you gonna do? What's your? Do you want to plug something? Do you want to find you somewhere on the internets?
Do I want to plug anything?
You can do this. You have free reign.
I'm really excited after seeing the Godzilla teaser. I'm
Well, I mean, plug
excited for
yourself.
that.
You can
Oh,
plug,
myself?
Yeah, you can do if you have like a Facebook, if you want to do something like that, or if you want people to follow you on Friendstagram or whatever the hell it's called.
Well, I mean, like I have a band, but
It's okay. You don't have to do any of that.
All right, you're
It's
done.
Yeah.
Nick, go ahead.
I want to plug Ben.
Yeah,
That's about it.
yeah, you do. And then
fine. This isn't that podcast. That's tomorrow.
that comes later on tonight.
Let's talk after this. Let's talk about Tinder.
Yeah. So you can find. So this is No Town Nerds. You can find us on Twitter, iTunes, and YouTube. It's all No Town Nerds. No Town Nerds.
And no Town Nerds.
is there a, is there
So
a,
we're the No
Twitter?
Town
There's a
Nerds.
Twitter
Well,
for this?
.com.org.
Yes, there's a Twitter.
I want all the passwords.
There's a YouTube.
.com.org.
And there is a iTunes page, and
nice.
there's also a Facebook page.
Add
but
hashtag no
so many
town.
things. I feel like I haven't been added on the Facebook page yet.
It's a fan page. You would have to add it.
Oh,
Oh.
Or
If I
like it.
completely
You
take
have to
10
like
steps
it.
that's not
backwards.
happening. That's
Yeah.
not happening. Yeah.
I
I'm
take
over
10
it
steps
already.
backwards and just ask a question about you guys know more about all this stuff. Movies coming out.
I'm
Are
sorry.
there any good Bigfoot movies coming out?
Yeah.
I saw that one from fucking
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Redbox. Terrible.
No, actually,
I was like on board. I got to the ending. I'm like, they're not Bigfoots. And what the fuck were you wasting my 2 hours for?
Were they aliens?
Yeah.
Were there anti-aliens?
Wow, dude,
I imagine there's a fucking like
Fuck
white
that
lights
shit.
and someone screaming it's not Bigfoot and like, well, what the fuck else would it be? So that was like really
Is that
pissed
what's
me
called,
off.
like the Bigfoot Chronicle or something like that, or like the Bigfoot?
Yeah, it's like they go out to.
Experience?
It's like a found footage. Like they go out to make a Bigfoot
So
documentary.
hold on.
and,
So,
like,
so
everything goes
Bigfoot
wrong.
can't be an alien. They can't be an alien race.
No, what they
trapped
think
on
they think
Earth.
they're hunting Bigfoot. They think they're encountering Bigfoot, and
But they're
it turns-
encountering aliens that look
Well,
like Bigfoot.
in like the last 3 seconds, it's like lights fill the cabin from the outside, and the door opens, and something happens, and the guy screams, "That's not Bigfoot!" And it's just like
You know, I've seen
you just wasted all my fucking time hoping
I've
to
seen
see
a-
Bigfoot movie.
I've seen this movie that was about zombies, and actually,
It's
at,
like,
at the
fuck
very
you.
Robots.
I know at the very end, actually, the big reveal is that they're not zombies. Well, they are zombies, but it's actually like, the big reveal is that like it's a spaceship in or alien induced zombies, and that like the aliens would come and like get people. I
So
forget
the
if the end of the
fourth
movie.
week.
Right, but it was like I watched the movie like halfway through. I'm like at the last.
Is this
like,
a
2 minutes.
trauma film?
No, it's not. It's actually like a legitimate, like, real movie. And I watched them like, what the fuck? Because it was, because the thing was like they brought back
Paranormal
people.
Entities is a good movie.
No, it wasn't. They brought
Oh
back
my
people
God.
that were like have been dead for years, and they brought them back like 50 years later. And so everyone's like, oh, they're ghosts, but like no, it's like aliens actually brought them back from the dead from them being very old. I don't know. It's a really shitty movie. But the reveal was like, really? That's
a big fuck you movie,
pretty
basically.
much, essentially, yeah, it was like one of those things.
Okay, are there any good Bigfoot movies
I
coming
think we're really like we're out of time. now.
Okay, well we
No, I think we're literally like I think it's seconds away. The camera's gonna stop
Didn't
recording.
we- okay, fine. I thought we were going to keep going for the
Oh no,
audio.
wait! It's 110, not an hour and 10. My bad.
No, yeah, we just be like 40 minutes. Still,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
anyway.
I don't know math.
So Bobcat Goldthwait has the
He
new...
has a movie called
it's all about...
something Creek.
It's Willow Creek up in
Willow
California.
Creek, yeah.
And I think my
It's
band really needs to play there
I think
sometime.
that'd be really awesome, dude. He has
Right?
like also like I know it's I think it's played in festivals right now. I don't think it's actually out on DVD.
And he finally like drops his
I-
character voice and talks as a
Right.
human being.
I
It's
could
really
be-
crazy hearing him
yeah.
talk in his normal voice.
I could be wrong. I'm kind of actually like I've
You
actually
should-
like, really fallen out of the movie scene like recently.
I just heard,
I've
I
been
think
doing,
it was
but I know
like-
he's not there. Yeah.
You should go listen to. There's a Nerdist podcast with him on there, and he talks about the movie he made with he directed it, and I can't remember what the other actors is, but he goes and he's about to kill himself, and then he sees like Super Sweet 16, and he's like finds that girl, and he kills the girl instead. And so he goes on this rampage of like
That sounds amazing.
like he goes in this like killing spree, like killing people.
God Bless America. I think it's
God Bless America. That's
on
what it
Netflix.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to see Bobcat as a serial
No,
killer.
hold on. He's just directed it.
we can watch right now, and we can probably like hook up. Netflix.
Yeah,
Well, then we'll have
but he
to-
just directed it. But did you ever see what was it, Summer Vacation, or what is it with John Cusack, where they go to it's like Martha's Vineyard or something like that, whatever. They go out there and they
I don't know.
it's an old 80s movie.
I'm not
No?
super huge on
no.
John Cusack. Sorry,
Is it Gross Point Blank?
it was not like
No.
It was not Roswell Blank or like
No, but
I
it,
have
no,
no
but it's
idea.
like, but it was a like I think I'm pretty sure he directed it. Maybe he didn't. Maybe it was like a John.
Not a John Hughes.
Yeah, it might have John Hughes like directed it. But
Okay.
it's like, but
John Cusack, kind of a little bit.
no. I'm sorry,
Bible
no. I'm talking
names.
about so Bobcat was in it, and then another one of the characters from that movie. They've done a bunch of stuff together since then. And I just mean that like so Bobcat directed it, and this other actor, I can't think of his name, but he stars in it. So it's the star of the dude from the movie. But he ends up teaming up with this like young, 12-year-old
Okay.
girl, and
Right.
and she's
sure,
like all excited about like, did you just murder that girl from my school? Like that was awesome.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of like a really really black comedy.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Black
But it's just
comedy,
like when they're complete-
Medea films.
Yeah.
So, sorry, that reminds me.
Those are urban comedies, not black comedies.
No, a friend of mine.
Don't be offensive.
A friend of mine was telling me a story about how one time at work she had her work had like almost like white elephant gifts things where no one knows who's giving them the gift
Right,
or whatever it is. Whatever it is, whichever one it's called.
Secret Santa.
And her friend, that's Secret Santa. And her friend was like, "What do you like?" And she's like, "I like black comedies," thinking like dark comedies. So her friend got
Martin.
her friend got her like Barbershop or something on DVD. Just like, why did you get me this? Like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be ungrateful. Like, well, why the fuck? It's like you said you like black comedies. It's just like I like dark comedies. I'm sorry.
Okay, so going back, so God Bless America, it's Joel Murray. It's this guy.
Oh, Joel. No.
No, you don't
Yeah, I
recognize
got
him at all?
nothing.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
whatever.
zoom in.
Joel Murray.
No.
Okay,
What
anyway.
else has he been in? Actually, he looks familiar, but I don't know what
Yeah.
else he's been in.
No, that's me. He's been in a bunch. Oh, Darman Gregg.
Oh, of course.
He did a voice in Monsters University.
That one too.
Criminal Minds. Shameless.
My four favorite things.
Hatchet 2.
He was in the new Shameless episodes.
Hatchet too.
Yeah, Hatchet 2.
Have you seen Hatchet before?
He was
What
in,
didn't you learn about flying
he
to
was in
Canada?
Mad Men.
Yeah.
Episode of Mad
Okay.
Men.
Yeah. No, it's all like now you see him like he was.
Yeah,
the
no,
dad,
he was
all
in
of
Hatchet 1 also.
He kind of looks like Milton from.
Have you ever seen
Office
Hatchet
Space.
before? The Hatchet movies?
I believe I've seen part of the first one. It's
pretty fun.
I never finished it.
I know there's two there now, or is there two? I feel like there's.
It's just 2 that he's been in. He was in Blossom.
That's where I've seen.
Yeah.
What was that Simpsons episode?
Which one?
When
One.
Lisa dresses as Blossom.
Oh yeah, they make fun of her because she has a stupid hat. Yeah.
It's one
Oh,
crazy.
no, it's the one they go to spring. It's like
The
spring
beach.
break. Yeah, they go to the beach, right? The middle. I was like, I'll see you in the car. Yeah.
It's One Crazy Summer was the movie I was thinking of
Okay.
that they were all in. So Bobcat and this guy Joel Murray were all in it back in the day, and it was a who directed it here? Savage Steve Holland. So not John Hughes,
This is like a frat guy's name.
but no, it's got so John
The
Cusack
Tank.
and Demi Moore and Joel Murray and Bobcat Goldthwait.
Right on.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people in there. And you guys never seen it? You should watch it.
I've never seen
No.
it.
You should go watch it. You should go watch it tonight.
Is it on
That's,
Netflix?
that's my
We
recommendation.
can watch it probably right now.
I don't know if it's on
You
Netflix.
can reprise.
No, I don't want to watch it. You
That
should
just-
watch it.
Yeah, that makes me want to watch like Moxie's World, like
Yeah.
downloaded back in the day.
So
I
Jeremy
have-
Piven's in it?
I'm pretty sure I have some episodes somewhere on the computer.
Use that little
Just want to
dog.
see Toxic Avenger.
Hey
Right,
man,
yeah.
Curtis
that's-
Armstrong, the guy who plays Booger from Revenge of the Nerds, he's in it.
isn't that also the voice of Snot on?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's actually a scene in here that was parodied in a Got Milk commercial where the guy's sitting around waiting all summer for the hotline where he's going to get the call to win some like grand prize.
That was the
Oh,
very
Aaron
first
Burr.
Got Milk, yeah.
And he goes and he takes a bite of
Yeah, they're
Aaron Burr.
If it was Aaron Burr commercial, yeah.
yeah. So that,
Like we don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That was the very
no,
first one.
No, that's what I'm saying. So from this movie, there's a scene where the guy's like lost his freaking mind because every summer he tries to win this hotline, so he sits by the phone all summer, and he finally wins, and he stands up and he's walking around the room, it rips the line out of the wall, and he loses the connection.
That's like that fucking like Twilight Zone. He was the last man on Earth, and he breaks his glasses.
Oh, Twilight Zone episode, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the best ones.
It's not fair. It's not fair. There was so much
I had all
time.
the time in the world. Yeah. Which I think actually
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
There's a was it Family Guy or Simpsons like parody of that where it's the last brain cell.
Mm-hmm. When he's been drinking like too much, right?
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
It might have been Family Guy.
I think it's Family Guy.
I think
yeah.
it's the one where he's trying to find the was it the Willy Wonka episode. We kept drinking a bunch of beer trying to get the ticket to go see the tour of the
That
factory.
might have been it. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. No, actually, yeah, I remember, right?
Yeah.
But see, it was weird because like there's that episode, and then like
They fucked the timeline of that show all in. You can never talk about the
I gotta
timeline of
mention
the guy.
Brian.
No, Brian. Yeah. So we talked about they killed off Brian and they brought him
I
back.
was so mad.
I had a point to make. Besides,
Okay, sorry.
Go on.
Sorry.
Besides what I was going
Sorry.
to make before you interrupted me rudely.
Oh, please continue.
Yeah, thank you.
Please.
Was that
please.
there's
You
an
have the
episode of
floor. You have the
Futurama
floor, Eric.
where
You have
they
the
go-
floor.
where
I'm
they
giving
go
you
to,
all the time.
They go to the Slumber Factory, and then there's like I think at the same time they did the same exact same episode of Family Guy where they go to the what do they call it?
Oh, the
Kentucky-
Pawtucket
Kentucky
Factory?
Brewery,
The
whatever.
Slurm and the Pawtucket Brewery.
Yeah, Pawtucket Brewery, yeah. But it's like the exact same time. It's like I was
Really?
like,
No, that couldn't
No.
have
they
been.
could have been as
No, that had to have
I
been
think Slurm
years
was
apart.
first, no?
Slurm's had to have been like years prior.
Right. Which was
I mean, the Pawtucket one was a pretty early episode, but I don't know if it was the same.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying because I'm saying like that Futurama did it and did it really really good. 'Cause that's like one of my
Fry
favorite
and the,
episodes.
so Fry and the Slurm Factory.
Well, I think everyone
Originally
since the
aired-
original
Hold on, so it's the
Willy Wonka's done
November
that.
14th, 99 is Fry and the Slurm Factory.
My
So
God,
then
it was
now-
in the 90s?
Yeah.
Yes, that makes you feel super old.
Yeah,
What
weird,
month
you
was
know.
that?
November.
Freshman year.
99.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
And silence.
Pawtucket. Sorry, this is the show. I can't find. It's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Pawtucket Pat. What's the episode called? Wasted Talent.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway,
hold on,
the
I'm getting
phone.
closer. Hang on, I got it. It's Wasted Talent is the name of the episode, and it's when the local brewery has a contest. Where's the original air dates? See, episode aired 7/25 of 2000. It was almost a year.
A
later.
year later. Okay.
Yeah.
So as a kid, a year is the main thing. So like I remember the first time I saw that episode of Futurama, I'm like, yeah, this is hilarious. It's like one of my favorite episodes, right? And they do,
He's
like,
dragging the trough.
they do all the he's like, I can't. Like, oh no! Like drinks it and goes back. He's like, he spits it out. That's disgusting. Drinks another sip.
No, it was
That's
off his
all-
arm.
Right. That's hilarious. And then
All I can
and
think
then-
of was Surge, Coke Surge.
Yeah, exactly. Or like Mountain Dew.
Oh.
And then
Surge.
so like when they did that episode, and that's a really funny episode of Futurama, and then like the Family Guy did it, and it wasn't as funny. And ever since then, ever since like that point in my life, which was 1999, what the fuck it is,
Mm.
it was like Family Guy's not that funny. Like they're not that good.
You can't compare the two though, because one's a direct copy of like
I know.
Willy Wonka, and the
I
other one's
can.
just more of like
And I
they're at
did.
a factory.
And I'm still currently.
No, I
doing
think
it.
he's saying the bigger picture of like Family Guy
Mhm.
wasn't
Type
that
of
funny.
humor,
Yeah.
yeah.
because like I saw this episode like a couple months ago apparently, and they did it better. And that's my whole thing.
You think Family Guy did it better?
No,
I think it's different
Futurama
audiences,
did
though.
better. It is.
Yeah, I
Like
think
a
I think
lead,
it's even
people
though they're
like
kind of
school.
comparing the same thing, you
And then
can't
people like
quite.
Family Guy.
Yeah.
No, you can. I mean, because
It's kind of a branch.
sort of, yeah. But you can kind of compare the episodes because it's kind of like the same basic idea.
Well, yeah, because everyone says that, Family Guy is a rip of The Simpsons, and then like
Who says that?
Futurama is just an offshoot, really. So it's kind of like the same
Futurama's more
idea.
for geeks and nerds.
Yeah, it's a lot more intense version than Simpsons.
Family Guy's
Well,
actually
it's
more
true, but I mean, as far as
universal.
like Family Guy copied the same style, it's the same style of humor in Futurama and Simpsons. It's
Yeah.
very like similar, like quick.
And I grew up on Simpsons, so
Yeah, so it's like a lot of
not
like the funny stuff
natural.
isn't the plot; it's the quick shit the professor says at the last second that makes you go, like.
Right.
So it's slightly different style. It's not
So you
necessarily for the
guys
same
were talking
person.
about the Brian.
Oh, Brian, yeah.
controversy?
So they brought him back.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's recovery. If Seth MacFarlane was all like, "Oh yeah, see, this is like your holiday lesson. What you love can be taken from you in like a second." Blah blah blah.
Was
Like,
there actually an episode of it, or did they just announce it?
No, I think it aired last week.
they
Sunday.
said that that guy signed on for 6 episodes. Whether that was part of some huge prank on all over the world, I still think it's bullshit.
if they can turn out South Park in a week, they could have fixed the Brian.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
They could have, but they originally said, "Oh, that guy signed on for 6 episodes." Great, that's fine. I believe he did, but I think it was like they went into it with, if everything goes sideways with us, that's our cop out, and we probably have something in the contract that no one else knows about. Otherwise, everyone knows he's on for 6 episodes.
Well, whether or not they paid him that money, we don't know. Like
we don't know, but
yeah.
like there could have been something in his contract that said, "Hey, if this goes shitty, we're only going to pay you 1 at a time," versus you're guaranteed 6. So like it's either fake news, it's ambiguous news, or it's like they're covering their tracks. And I think they're just covering their tracks personally.
I think you're picking apart an issue that isn't really something that we can speculate on. That it's like whether or not they actually produce those episodes, and when I said, "Oh fuck those other 5 or 4 that haven't aired, let's go ahead and fix it and bring Brian back because everybody hates it." Yeah, so like
I honestly don't think they even made those episodes. I think they just waited it out because it's so quick. It's such a quick turnover.
And they never landed on the moon.
Well, I think Family Guy is produced well in advance. That it isn't like South Park. Yeah, they're done.
The animation style is way more complicated than South Park.
Yeah.
But they can still crank them out as quick as South Park, so they could fix their wrong if it went that sideways.
Not as quick as they can do.
You don't think so?
No.
It takes a little while, man.
Yeah.
Like that, even like using computers and shit, like it takes a while to do that.
Yeah, like they could have put everybody stop what you're doing, make this one episode. They could have done that in a couple weeks and been fine.
Which I think they could, because they've got enough cred with Fox and everything since their resurgence that they could like completely retool things if they needed to. I think they either plan on it being every other, like go 2 episodes and then go back to it. There's either like plan from the beginning or a contingency plan, or they had these on the sidelines in case something went sideways. In case it went shitty and no one liked it, they went to these versus having to throw away 4 episodes.
How they put the episode together and whatever, I don't think is really as big as that they did it, that they actually produced it. I think like the bigger issue is they were going to go with this new thing and like let Brian go, and they saw the backlash for it. And then they brought him back. But
so I'm just saying they either did it really quickly or they already had planned for. Well, it's going to go one of 2 ways. It's going to either go.
I think they
really
had
awesome
a
or
pretty
really
well-established contingency plan of the fact
that's
that
what I'm saying.
the internet blows up.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Is they might have done like 6 episodes with this guy, and then they might have been like slush pile episodes, but they just like were like whatever.
Because this whole like the internet fan base is what brought them back. Is what
exactly. They're not going to fuck those guys.
What was the time span in between when he died?
2 weeks.
And
it
was 2 episodes.
He died. There's 1 episode in between, and he came back the 3rd.
I don't think they could produce a brand new episode within 2 weeks.
You really don't?
I mean, the way Ben actually brings up a point, maybe they did. Maybe they made both episodes.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I'm saying. It's like it's either like super crazy where they did both. They said, okay,
hold on. Did you guys actually see the episode?
Yeah,
of him coming back.
When Brian came back, only like the last third of it had any mention of Brian, and that would have been super easy to come up with 5 minutes. 5 minutes of dialogue or whatever to replace it.
That's kind of what I'm saying. So I'm kind of thinking like I don't mean to sound like a conspiracy theory, but like they either had like 2 separate legs of it, or they had a contingency plan just on the sideline.
I don't think you saying that makes you like conspiracy theories. I think of the fact that like that's a smart marketing planning where like we're gonna have like we have this 1 episode made, we're gonna do another episode simultaneously.
Like we're gonna have 3 weeks made just in case this goes really terribly.
I highly doubt that they thought that. I think why would you even do that? Wouldn't you test it beforehand? I mean,
I think no matter what they did, they could say play it off as 1 of 2 ways. They could say like, okay, hey, we messed up and we came back with Brian. We brought it back. Hey, that was a publicity stunt. We got our shit right. That was our holiday lesson. What you love can be gone in a second. Right. That's just. I think it's more just their cover story.
Dynasty guy's not really racist. Let's move past these things.
That's just their fucking cover. That's just their fucking cover. I think they planned for both. They said like, okay, we'll do a test of this many episodes with this guy, but we're gonna have our asses covered with this because like. If shit goes stupid, it's gonna be this way. If,
for whatever reason, like suffering before this happened.
I don't think so. I think they'd stay steady all the time.
Yeah, and I don't think that they would ever willingly spend the money to produce an episode just in case. It's like,
the guy has fucking 3 shows. Like he could do whatever he wants.
No, yeah,
he's got to the point
where
he can just do whatever he wants.
It's an individual business. It isn't like
it's true, but
Seth's gonna cut a check because hey, we need to make an episode. Here's $1 million.
We've got to admit though, it's one of those shows. It came back from the grave and it survived. Like not just like Futurama came back from the grave. It got canceled.
I don't know, if I were Seth, I would be wanting to fuck around and like shake
I
up
think
the
he's
formula.
earned enough cred with Fox that he could be like, hey, I think we should do one of two things. We're going to do is twice as many episodes just in case,
Yeah.
but we're going to try something radical. Just because...
I would just be getting bored of it.
Yeah, because like he does
Well,
voices on all shows,
but I mean,
but
I
at the
don't-
same time,
And,
like,
and that's exactly it. I think that because he does so many voices, they wanted to drop off his level of commitment.
That's what I was
to get rid
thinking.
of Brian, but they would never. It's like, well, let's have one on the shelf just in case.
Brian is the guy that progresses the plot along, where Peter is the nincompoop. Like Brian, he's always the guy going, "What if?"
No,
This?
I
He's the
get it. No,
straight
if
guy.
they had
So,
that other one sitting on the shelf as a backup, it would have aired sooner. It would have aired sooner. If they hadn't
I don't
been
know.
ready.
I can see myself saying, like, wait a minute, if I'm going to try this out, I'm going to put it during the holidays because the backup I could say is the whole holiday. Be thankful for what you have. I think it's perfect timing for them to try and experiment, and I think it goes
I was
either
thinking
way.
you're overthinking it, by the way.
I'm totally
Yes,
overthinking it. It's a fucking
100%.
cartoon, so who cares? But I'm just saying, like, if I were to be that invested in a fucking show and a storyline and everything else, it's a guaranteed moneymaker. It's his career. Everything. It
And
doesn't
it-
matter that he has 2 other shows. He has these shows. So it's like, okay, if I'm going to try something radical, I'm going to have this on the sidelines in case it goes stupid. I'm going to have this in the plan in case it goes right because no one wants to gamble that much and lose. You don't want to lose Family Guy again. So I can see why they would go that many episodes on either direction just in case.
And if it was a play, it worked on me because I haven't watched Family Guy in like years.
Yeah.
So I
And
never
it got
watched
it caught
Before
me
the
held
Gold
by the
Run, I
finger. I
stopped
was
watching
fucking
Family Guy like
pissed.
5 years ago.
Yeah,
so
I don't think they're that clever. I think
they
that
weren't
like,
that bad.
I think Seth is clever.
I think this is a new Coke, classic Coke kind of scenario where they came out with this new project. Everybody
Just to
fucking
go back.
hated it,
Publicity
and then they
stunt.
said, "Oh well, hey, here's classic Coke," and then it's a whole and like that's all they're doing is just bringing it back. It's like, hey, this is the character you loved. Here he is.
That's all I'm saying. It's either that or it's the completely structured what if everything fails and it failed thing.
Because
I'm just saying is if it was me in charge and I really want to make a huge change, I would have a backup just because I don't want to risk my fucking golden gate.
They made it pretty final with his like the way they killed him.
Yeah, we
They
talked
showed
about
like he
this,
died. Like well even like the time machine is all destroyed. Like everything. Like they made it pretty, and then they just had like the return pad. Like he stole it from like a past version of Stewie.
Yeah. Well, so what's the spoiler? How does Stewie?
He dies.
He
There's an episode
It's
a
a back
couple
to
weeks
the-
ago where Stewie goes forward in time to where a toy's release date is, and he finds himself at the mall and jumps on that return pad, goes back, prevents Brian's death, and then sends the pad back by itself, only
Okay,
so that Stewie's
It's
can
a-
come
it's
back
a
and then repeat.
Back to the Future thing where,
Says-
where
yeah.
you know he fades away when the timeline corrects itself.
Yeah, it's exactly.
Whatever. Okay.
And that's the perfect cop out for an experiment. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the perfect because time travel has been a thing throughout the entire movie. They poke fun at it itself so many times, or maybe the show, but they poke fun at itself so many times. Like they could totally do that and get away with it being an experiment and be like, no, it's a holiday thing, but it's just like them always doing their time machine thing.
I don't know. There's a bunch of bullshit
Yeah.
that they shouldn't have
Point
done.
is, they're rich.
Yes.
And with that,
And 9/11 was an inside job.
we end another episode of
Yes.
Conspiracy
So
Theory
thank you for listening to
with
watching,
Ben
or thank you for listening and watching to No Town Nerds.
We apologize in advance.
Yes. So,
Sorry, I know nothing.
So youtube.com/No Town Nerds. Look us up on iTunes and check out the Twitter. So twitter.com/No Town Nerds. Any questions, complaints,
So you do the
comments,
Twitter yourself.
you can email us at notownerds@gmail.com.
I'm going to email you that question.